Okay, so I think let's get straight into it. You know why I'm smiling so much, but okay. Uh, yeah, how to be more patient. Okay, so uh, कैसे बताऊं? Okay, let's take some scenario. Okay, say for example you're waiting for like results of something to come out and you just can't wait. You're impatient. You're waiting for an order to arrive from Amazon. Or just like you're not patient in general, like you end up preponing your actions or preponing decisions that you should be taking later on, uh, is a good way to put impatience. Yeah, so I think that is the scenario here, right? uh so before answering the question straight up, uh I would also like to include boredom into this, because although they are quite different, both of them, uh, the basis, or rather, how do I put it? Fuck. Like they're the same nature wise. Like when you're bored, your mind is technically restless, and because you have nothing to do, it's just like eats you away. And when you're impatient, your mind is restless. You have something to do, but you just can't wait, and that eats you away. So, yeah, let's get straight to the question. So, my simple answer to this question would be practice stoicism. So, for those of you who don't know what stoicism is, let me just give you like a proper definition. So, basically, stoicism is the practice of living in accordance with nature. So if you want, you can like I'll like just text me. I'll send you a couple of links to videos that'll explain stoicism pretty well. But to get the gist of it, it basically means that you do not worry about factors that you cannot control. Okay, yeah. So basically, for stoics, there are two main factors: internal and external. So external factors is anything that you can't control. Like yeah, let's take the scenario where I have an Amazon order coming up. So once it's already out for delivery, I can do nothing in my power to speed the process up, right? So that is an external factor. Whereas internal factors is anything that you is related to you or that you can influence. So in the same scenario, say I'm impatient about getting something, so I still haven't ordered it. So an internal factor would be like me ordering it because I can order it like right now. So that is an internal factor. So stoicism basically tells you that you literally are not, or rather you should not be affected by external factors at all. You should just focus on like your internal factors, and just make sure that you get the result that you want via those internal factors. Like obviously the work wouldn't be complete with just internal factors, but that's it. Once you've done that, you've like in the same example, once you've ordered it and there's nothing else you can do, just forget that you ordered it, to put it simply. So yeah, impatience, boredom, both of them can be cured by stoicism. And the way that, so basically what I'm saying is be apathic. Because okay, yeah, let's okay, I'm getting way ahead of myself. So let's start by how did I like start to practice stoicism, because I know basically what I'm telling you is just wait it out. Uh, like how to deal with patience is just be patient, is what I'm saying. But that is just the gist of it. What I mean to say is practice stoicism properly. And okay, so how to do it? There are a bunch of videos that'll tell you how to like practice stoicism in your daily life, and like just small things that you do that'll make you a little more patient in life in general. But the way I did it, because I'm impatient as well, even like learning stuff, I want everything to happen right now. So the way I did it, it's not a method I would recommend. But if you fully understand the consequences of your actions, well, you can go ahead. I mean, either way, you can go ahead. I can't stop you. But so the method I use was, it's basically like if you're learning how to swim, just drown yourself. That is the method. That is the approach that I went for. So basically, there is a thin line between being apathic and being a stoic, because being apathic basically means that you do not give two shits about anything in life, whereas stoicism involves you caring about stuff. It just makes you less affected by things you cannot control. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. So the way I practiced stoicism was I went to extreme, like I practiced extreme apathy, and that like includes everything, like even the things that I should get affected by, or even the things that are in my control, I was just apathic towards that. And and later on I filtered out what I shouldn't be apathic towards. So like, say for example, obviously internal factors that I can control that I shouldn't be apathic towards, that was the first thing that I eliminated. And the other way, the other thing that I eliminated is like, say for example, your friend showing care towards you. So I was not like, or rather I eliminated being apathic towards that, because that is not something you should be apathic towards. So basically what was left is those external factors that I cannot control, which I was being apathic towards. And technically stoicism says that I should not be apathic towards those factors. I should just not let them affect me, in a way that it's not, I don't care for them, I care for them, but I just don't let them affect me. It's like a toxic relationship, you know what I mean? You love them, but you know that they're bad for you, like that. So yeah, I think that was the gist of it. I hope this answered your question. I hope this answered your question. Yeah. So basically, practice stoicism. Same solution for boredom. If you're bored, okay, yeah. While we're on that topic of boredom, I'll also answer that question, like how to deal with boredom. Like I'm terrible at it, but one thing that I learned recently is that what you can do is, instead of you going out of boredom, let the outside of boredom come to you, in a way that if you're bored, someone will tell you draw something or do this or do that. So you are actively doing something, right? I mean, you're actively trying to avoid boredom, or like get out of it. So that is not the right approach. Just do what you feel. So like, just close your eyes for a second and like just think about what you're feeling right now. So like, most of the times when I'm bored in the afternoon, it's just because of a lack of an activity to do. So at that time, what I think to myself, I like, it just comes to me that meko YouTube video dekhna hai. So I just open YouTube, I watch a bunch of videos, and that's it. I'm not bored anymore. Whereas in other scenarios, or even for like you, it may be that you just like want, you don't want the silence around you to overwhelm you, you know, that also causes boredom. So you just like, I'll put on some music. So basically, instead of doing an activity to get out of boredom, do what you feel during the boredom and use that to get out of it. Yeah, I think that's it. And while you're bored, don't uh and I mean, while you're bored and while you're procrastinating, don't be tensed up about not doing stuff you should be doing. Because if, like, obviously that is the scene, and like, I mean, you should be doing that stuff, but if you're tensed up about it and you're still not doing it, you're spoiling your present as well as your future. Whereas in the other scenario where you don't think about it, but you have it like in the back of your mind that I have to do this, I'll do XYZ activity only for a certain amount of time and get back to work. So in that case, you're spoiling your future, but not your present, because you're still enjoying your present activity, instead of like being tensed up and even spoiling that present activity. Yeah, I think the video is already long enough. But yeah, so that's it for the first question, which is how to be more patient. Simple answer, practice stoicism. I mean, I hope it's all you. And also, yeah, these are my personal opinions. They are not a guaranteed answer to the question or whatsoever. So, like, if it helps you, it helps you. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. On that note, bye, guys.